Hello, everybody. I have to apologize for the September. I missed the critical thinking episode. It's been pretty hectic lately, and this is going to be October, but I'll try to put 2 episodes in. And I missed the last. Been pretty busy driving around doing different things, but I won't go into the other. Sorry, I'm in the shop working here. I was underneath something, so I look a little disheveled, as they would say. It's okay. And so, we're here again. And politics, I'm going to avoid all that stuff and the COVID stuff. And I got my vaccine like a month or 2 ago. And I have the hydroxychloroquine and the zinc and the other stuff as well. And what's odd, one really quick note on this is that almost more than half the people I know had COVID, or they didn't know they had it, or they were slightly sick. Some were 86 years old, some were 26. And I was around these people close, in the car, at dinner, in their house. I got my blood antibodies checked like twice. Absolutely no exposure. It just like crazy. And I'm one of the highest risk people, my doctor said. If I get it, usually people like me don't make it. And I was around everything. And I really didn't. I washed my hands and I stayed out of crowds, which is logical and scientific. And I wore masks if it was a really crowded place. And that was, But then I kind of stopped all that, because I won't go into that anymore about that. But this quick thing, like, I just looked up, Sweden, of course, now has like 24 or 25,000 that passed, sadly. New York has like 70,000, same population. And as we spoke before, Sweden didn't go crazy. Now, the oddest one that I just discovered, I've been following for 2 years, is Taiwan. Taiwan's the biggest enemy, or hated by communist China, because they're like the Chinese that were free and democracy and like Hong Kong type Chinese. And they're off the coast, what, like, I don't know, 100 miles or something? And they got like 14 million people in Taiwan. Well, guess what, folks? They have 840, maybe 850 people that passed away in 2 years. And no one there has taken vaccines. They're like 20% of the population at this point has taken the vaccine. They only have 840 people that passed. New York has like 70,000. I'm not even going to try to figure this out, folks. So if this conspiracy theory people, not that conspiracies are all wrong or lies or crazy, there are some that turn out to be true, but some of the people think, I don't know, that China did this as a weapon and on purpose. I don't think so. Their economy's in shambles right now. They're in trouble. And if they were going to target anybody with some kind of military germ warfare, it would have been like Hong Kong, and it would have been especially Taiwan. They've been trying to get rid of them since Mao came into power. I mean, but there's only, there's nothing there. So, I don't know. So, we're going to drop that. That's enough of that for now. And sad, and yeah, there's some people around here that passed that were younger, too. It's just, Anyway, let's move on. I had mentioned this a while ago. Back a while ago, like 2019, 18, the government, United States government, Pentagon, Defense Department, admitted that these unidentified flying things, I'm not going to say the word because then it invokes the reaction that you're some kind of kook. The things that they spotted, the Navy pilots, the Flying Tic Tac, as it's referred to, is still being discussed, but no one seems to really, maybe the average people just don't understand how significant this is. This thing outmaneuvered F-18 fighter pilot planes that are our best, most maneuverable planes, like they were antique biplanes. And it maneuvered at vectors that would create like hundreds of Gs, let alone 12. I think a human being could survive 12 Gs before the heart. I believe the aorta rips from the heart after 12 Gs internally. An animal or a human cannot survive more than like 12 Gs. Some have, but it's very rare. This thing was pulling hundreds of Gs, making like right-angle turns at Mach 7 or 10 or whatever. They don't even know. They tracked it on satellite and radar. They won't release all of the information. They show the grainy picture from the Navy wing on infrared and radar and visual. So it wasn't like an optical illusion because it was on radar. And optical illusions don't reflect radar signals, infrared either. So these are real things, but whatever is in these things has to be either a new drone that we've developed that's secret, that we are just starting to show the world we have it, or some other country, which I find hard to believe, or they're from a different world. If they're biological units in there, they're nothing like we know of. They're not anything like we are. The thing is that I've been thinking about this, and some other people mentioned this too. All the chaos and craziness we've seen in the past 2 or 3 years. Perhaps these people that planted us here to begin with. Because I don't think anybody can explain how human beings are the way we are, and animals are still stuck as they were, a million years ago. I mean, squirrels and monkeys and things haven't built aircraft and fly to Hawaii for vacation, and haven't flown to the moon and have computer chips. And I mean, humans are just not really don't seem to, for all the time we've been here, only in the past 200 or 300 years, we increased our intelligence and abilities by exponential amount. In 200 years, we went from being like burning witches to flying to the moon and having nuclear power. I mean, come on, man. That doesn't just happen by chance. I mean, when other things were here for millions and still can't figure out how to open a coconut, maybe they could just about do that with a rock. I don't know. So, something's up. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to speculate because you'll put me on a nut, some kind of crazy thing. But now it seems like Top Gun pilot instructors, not some quacky YouTube nut. These are like top classified Navy intelligence people and the CIA and the Pentagon have it on their website, man. It's on the Pentagon website that these are real. It's not like Art Bell show. So, again, when you have to pause here and think, I believe in a positive, happy future. And if there has to be life in other places in the universe, most scientists and religious figures, even some of them, just talk about these things. It says it in the Torah that there's other worlds. And I don't think, perhaps maybe it's time that they came here. Again, I think they were here once before, and now they've come back. Maybe they realized that we're going to destroy ourselves somehow, and they came to save us, like Star Trek. Remember the guy with the black cat? The black cat, remember the one, he's a time traveler? That was a cool episode where he prevented the nuclear war. Oh, they were visionary Star Treks in the 60s. I'm sorry, it might sound corny. The shows might look corny to kids, but you look at the stories in them, man. A lot of that stuff came true. That came out when I was like a little kid. And people still follow it today. So I think positive. Let's think positive. And let's all work together. And don't fall into this bread and circus polarization from the media of angry rhetoric and right-wing, left-wing. It's almost like they're doing that on purpose to make everyone crazy and hate each other and divide everyone and polarize each other. And they did this in Rome. Bread and circuses, red and blue. 2 parties, patrician and plebeians, had them fighting and killing each other. So let's not fall for that, folks. Let's look around our neighbors, our friends, our co-workers, people around us are usually all nice people. I don't see anybody hating each other. Maybe some extreme wackos over there. I don't know. It's rare. The majority of people are nice and positive. So peace out, and I'll see you towards like the end of the month. We'll have some more addition to this month. And sorry that I missed September. Be well, and peace out. Bye.